In order to make changes to an item located in one of your Breakroom regions, you will first need to open the region editor and select that object. Let's do that. Open the region editor by clicking the Edit Region button at the bottom of your screen. Click on the object you want to edit, or click on that item's name in the Objects window. This will highlight the object on your screen. You can switch your selected object within the region editor at any time. The Movement Gizmo is a tool that allows you to reposition items within your region. Here you can see the Movement Gizmo represented by a set of colorful arrows attached to the active picnic table object. To activate the Movement Gizmo while in the region editor, click the Move button located in the bottom toolbar, or press the W key on your keyboard. Once the Movement Gizmo is activated, you can move your chosen object. To move the object along the X, Y, or Z axis, hover your cursor over the appropriate arrow. That arrow will turn yellow. Click on the arrow and hold down the left mouse button. With the arrow selected and the left mouse button held down, move your cursor to slide the object back and forth along your chosen axis. To set the object in place, release the left mouse button. To move the object along multiple axes simultaneously, click and hold on one of the squares located at the gizmo's root. You can then drag the object to your desired location. You can also free move an object along a plane set at 90 degrees to the current camera angle, as if you were washing the camera lens in front of you. Hold down the Shift key on your keyboard. A single highlighted box will appear at the root of the Movement Gizmo. Click on the box and hold down the left mouse button. Continue to hold down the Shift key. Use your cursor to freely position the object. To set the object in place, release both the left mouse button and the Shift key. The Rotation Gizmo allows you to rotate an object around one or more axes. To activate the Rotation Gizmo while in the region editor, click the Rotate button located in the bottom toolbar, or press the E key on your keyboard. Once the Rotation Gizmo is activated, you can rotate your chosen object using the steps below. To rotate the object along the X, Y, or Z axis, hover your cursor over the appropriate colored rail. That rail will turn yellow. Click on the rail and hold down the left mouse button. With the rail selected and the left mouse button held down, move your cursor to rotate the object. To freeze the object in your desired position, release the left mouse button. You can rotate the object on a plane facing your camera by manipulating the outer white rail instead of the colored rails. Finally, you can free rotate an object along all three axes at once by clicking and holding on any part of the object itself instead of the rails. The Scaling Gizmo allows you to resize an object along one or more axes. To activate the Scaling Gizmo while in the region editor, click the Scale button located in the bottom toolbar, or press the R key on your keyboard. Once the Scaling Gizmo is activated, you can resize your chosen object using the steps below. To scale the object along the X, Y, or Z axis, hover your cursor over the appropriate axis marker. That marker will turn yellow. Click on the marker and hold down the left mouse button. With the marker selected and the left mouse button held down, move your cursor to scale the object. To finish scaling the object, release the left mouse button. To scale the object along multiple axes simultaneously, click and hold on one of the triangles located at the gizmo's root. You can then drag the object to your desired proportions. You can also scale an object along all three axes at once. This will preserve the object's original aspect ratio proportions, essentially allowing you to embiggen or shrink the object. Hold down the Shift key on your keyboard. A single highlighted box will appear at the root of the Scaling Gizmo. Click on the box and hold down the left mouse button. Continue to hold down the Shift key. Use your cursor to freely resize the object. To finish scaling the object, release both the left mouse button and the Shift key. You can move objects quickly and easily using the Move Object to Camera button. This button will move any currently selected object to your camera's location. In some situations, it may be more efficient to move, rotate, or scale an object by editing its transform component. To identify the location and rotation values stored in an object's transform component, follow these steps. Open the region editor by clicking the Edit Region button at the bottom of your screen. Make sure the Objects window is open by clicking the Objects button located on the bottom right. Locate the object you want to edit in the Objects window and click on it. This will open the Inspector window for that object. Expand the Transform component in the Inspector window by clicking the arrow located to the left. You will see three properties: local position, local Euler angle, and local scale. Each property contains 3 fields corresponding to the object's x, y, and z axes. To change the position of an object, enter the updated location values you prefer along the x, y, or z axis, or any combination of these. Then click the Save button located in the bottom right corner of the region editor. To change the rotation of an object, enter the updated rotation values you prefer along the x, y, or z axis, or any combination of these. Then click the Save button located in the bottom right corner of the region editor. To change the scale of an object, enter the updated scale values you prefer along the x, y, or z axis, or any combination of these. Then click the Save button located in the bottom right corner of the region editor. You can activate grid mode for every object in your region by clicking the Grid Mode button located in the bottom toolbar of the region editor. When you're in grid mode, you'll notice that object movements, rotations, and scaling tend to snap along an invisible grid instead of flowing smoothly. You can also do this by holding down the Control key while actively manipulating an object. In the bottom toolbar of the region editor, you can choose to orient your objects using either local mode or global mode. In local mode, objects can be moved, rotated, and scaled relative to their own axes. In global mode, object manipulation is accomplished relative to the layout of the region. The region editor bottom toolbar allows you to toggle between 2 pivot points for your objects, center pivot and mesh pivot. All objects have a mesh pivot point, which is usually located at the object base, where an object might rest on the floor or on a table, or at a natural pivot point, such as the hinges of a door. An object's center point is normally located close to its center of mass, or the center of the bounding box that surrounds it.